Hey, good morning, Tom. How you doing? Where are you from? See if we get a few people in here before we start the session. I'm going to go live in about 4 minutes, just do a quick little trade review and recap from last week's video. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, it's going to be the butterfly trade idea on Tesla, and that's kind of what we'll cover. Hey, good morning, 3D Lava. How are you doing? Is it hot today? All right, guys, we're going to be starting the stream here in just a couple minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and record the video for you and just go over the trade idea, really what we did from the previous week, so that way we just get a quick little review and recap. If you have any other questions or anything in the meantime, feel free to just go ahead, hop on, ask a question, and I'll do my best to answer them here before the stream starts, or maybe just spend a minute or two after the stream just to answer a couple quick important questions. If you're kind of new to the channel, feel free to check out our website there at TRADERSFLY.com. There's a mailing list that you can join, and when you join that mailing list, you'll get some news and insights on other videos that we release, live classes that we may have, courses, or even check out some coaching sessions, one-on-ones that you can book. If you're interested in membership plans, then take a look at the members website there at members.tradersfly.com. And of course, if you have just a general question that maybe is a little more detailed for YouTube, I really appreciate these questions much more so when people call in or just record a question by voice. And that way it's more specific, because as you know, with trading the stock market, it's kind of a technical field. And when you look at the technical fields, it's tough to just answer these questions on comments because people write in paragraphs and paragraphs, and I'd rather just make you guys a video because it's a lot easier. It's more detailed, and then from one question, more than one or two people can benefit in the long run in the future. So that's what would be my advice is, you know, start with a question. If you're not the one asking the questions, then, you know, you're holding back because this is free knowledge, free education. So anyways, we're going to get going here in a second. I see, let's see, what strategies do you use the most to produce monthly income? I would say butterflies, iron condors, calendar spreads, and diagonals. I mean, those are kind of the core strategies. Those are the ones really, you know, they're the foundational strategies. I don't really do any kind of buy singles or anything like that. And you're going to see some of the strategies here as we go into it. But really, you know, anything like butterflies, calendar spreads, iron condors, and they might be skewed, right? You're not just trading them all balanced. They're going to be broken wing butterflies. They might be broken wing or broken leg iron condors. Same thing with, you know, calendars. You know, you might convert those into diagonals as well. So anyway, and then about the IPOs, well, check out an IPO video. Usually I don't jump into IPOs until much later. So all right, let's get going. Let's check this out. So welcome to the live stream. Let's see if we can get some things in focus here. And we're going to go ahead and get things started. What we're going to cover today, and you could probably hear my voice, it's from talking and doing the class recently. So if you didn't join our class, probably killed my voice a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at this options video. So I went ahead and searched for that video. And you can take a look at this video that we're going to go ahead and do a quick little review on. So this was a butterfly trade I put on about a week ago. It was in Paper Money account, just to show you an example, show you kind of a trade idea to learn from. And that's my whole point with doing these live streams and doing them in simulated accounts, because I could show you a whole bunch of variety of trades. You know, in a personal account later on, what you might do is just stick to the same strategy time and time again. And in that case, it might be boring to show those kinds of videos. So that's why I do a variety of them. So those of you that like a little bit more butterflies, then you can go ahead and learn a little more from the butterflies. Those of you that like more calendars, you can learn more from the calendars. Those of you that like more, who knows, back ratio spreads, you can learn more from those. So they all have their time and place. And this is what I wanted to show you with the butterfly trade, because I figured it would be a very highly successful trade, and it actually panned out and turned out really well. I'll just show you a quick snapshot here, what's going on in the whole big picture of the trade before maybe it goes against me here. Tesla right now is down 21 points. And you can see right here, this trade is up. It's actually went down a little sooner than I thought, pulled back because I was expecting a pullback. We're up about $290 on, when we look at the total invested, it was 525. So when you look at that, that's more than 50% return on investment, right? Because you're looking at 282 over a 525. So, you know, I'll do a calculation here in a bit to give you the exact numbers for those of you that are very technical. But in the meantime, what I want you to really check out is this video. If you haven't seen it, I'm just going to give you a quick overview on the whole point of that trade. So really, when we look at this, on this trade, the whole setup was really for a bearish movement in Tesla. And as you've noticed there, I've already had one trade on, and that was more of a real account that I did a simulation on for you to show you what was going to happen. And then we broke the trade down right here, and I talked a little bit more about the Vega. I talked a little bit more about the market, and I talked more about where does this trade fit in. So we kind of really broke it down in detail. So really take a look at that. And we chose a strike. We chose that strike right around the 30%, and that the whole point behind that 30% was because it gives it time to wiggle and pull back in that case. Because if I did it too tight, it might have pulled back too soon and not enough time for the time decay. And then we put that trade on, and we were kind of shooting for, you know, I was guessing a 48% return on investment. So I'll do the calculation here soon for you. But when we look at this trade right now, and we see what's happened, you can see that Tesla sold off in a big way. There was no earnings, nothing like that. It was just, hey, here's a pullback. And the whole point behind putting that trade on, if you watch that other video, was because this stock was at very, very low levels here, and it bounced quite heavily. So remember, stocks that go up to the moon are probably going to come down. You know, this isn't free money, even though so many people love it to be, or this isn't a moon money kind of scenario. So, you know, they bounce and then they pull back. And then again, what happened here was, this is where I saw too much euphoria. It's too much. And you saw this huge gap up. Then you saw the stock go, and then you had that initial pullback. Then you had the secondary emotions come in right there, where other people were excited to get into the stock. And I said, well, hey, somewhere around here, you know, we put the trade on about a week ago, because again, we got another gap up, and that's when you know it's getting euphoric. And you can tell here by some of these red bars here, those are your little more technical, the money managers are testing things and seeing how things sell off. So I kind of knew eventually you're going to get some kind of pullback. I didn't know how strong it would be, but with the recent movement from here, from 176 to 360 in just a couple of months, that's very quick and very rapid. And if you really back that trade up here, let's take a look at TC2000. It's just a little bit easier to spot just with the bars right now. We're also almost at like the weeklies. So if you look at the weekly chart, you're almost near all-time highs. So you could see right there, you know, there is a little bit more higher level we could have went to, but it's nearly was at those all-time highs and at very, very critical resistance. So that was another thing that I kind of looked at. So with that being said, when we put that trade on, the whole point was really to profit from a downward move. We put it on for 525, meaning we used $525 of capital. And I was kind of expecting a little pullback, and you know, that's really what happened. We're down 21 points. It's just overstretch, right? Because the market today is not doing anything. It's not even, it's flat. It's negative 0.03. So Tesla on its own moved down. It doesn't matter what the news is. It doesn't matter if, Cybertruck, I don't know. It doesn't matter what the point is. The point is when stocks get stretched, it could be that, Elon Musk decided to build a new rocket. It could be that he decided to, he had the flu, go on a radio show. It doesn't matter. When stocks are stretched, they're stretched. So what happens here is that with this pullback, we went in, it pulled back, and that's the long and the short of it. And we're up about 278. So when you look at a calculator, 278 divided by our margin was 525. And where's the division here? 525. And you look at that, that's a 52% return on investment. So I was shooting for 48. And, because in this trade example here, we're looking kind of 48. Where is it? Right here. We're looking at 48 return potential, and we got 52. So I was off a few percent. So truly apologize, but hey, that's the best I could do. So anyway, what do you do from here? So that's, I guess, the next step. In my case, these kinds of trades, once they move and they move in your favor and you got what you were aiming for, just take the trade off. Why are you going to try and be more greedy? And yes, it could continue because we do have more days in the trade, and I could try and milk it, get a little bit more milk from the cow, get a little bit more orange juice from the orange. You could try and milk it a little bit for a few more days to get more profit, but the trade worked out. It was successful. So typically what you do is you just close that trade down, and that's it. You take your money and you move on. That's the way the market works. I find that if you try to hold the trade for too long and you try to extract more, the greed plays in, and this thing can actually pop the next day. And then all of a sudden you kind of lose much more of your profits. So that's what would be my recommendation. And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this trade in. I'll just put it down a couple points or nickels there. And, put it in as a sell order, close it out. Other people, what they like to do in terms of money management strategies is they might sell half and leave the other half to ride. The way you like to do it, it's totally up to you. So that's my big review on this one, and that's the way that I handled the trade and the way that I would do these types of trades, simply because, it's a speculative. Butterflies are great for a quick speculative move without using a lot of cash and capital. All right, so let me answer a few of these questions here. Let's see if we can pop out the chat real quick. And of course, there's some people that get some comments moderated. So, hey, Sasha, do you have a video for long-term dividend investing? Yeah, absolutely. If you go ahead into our courses and our website. So here, take a look at the TRADERSFLY website right here. You can see there's a ton of great pages. So first off, if you have a question, you could go to support, submit a question. If you want to go to the blog and see all these videos we've posted, you can check out the education section. If you want to check out the products, we have some books, just in my free time. I work on a book here and there, and then we also do some courses. So we do have a course, which I made about a year or two ago. It's called Passive Dividend Investing. And if you're interested in dividend investing, here's kind of the course. There's a sample video, 37 minutes long. In fact, it goes through and shows you sample clips directly from the course as well. So definitely check that out. And I'm going to put up even more sample videos because we just reworked the website. So we'll be able to add like more sample clips and even shorter ones, in the sense of you could just watch like 10-minute clips at a time, because I know not everybody has like 37 minutes all at once. You might have kids, you might be running, you might be watching it on a break, oil change at the dentist, wherever. And if you're interested in dividend investing, definitely check this course out. And we cover a lot of things like the basics of dividends. So that's 32 minutes long. How dividend investing works, 39 minutes long. 53 minutes long. Basic to reading charts. Basic stock market terms, 60 minutes. Dividend formulas, 22 minutes. Finding dividend investments, 42 minutes. So there's so many things in there. There's a directory list in there, weighing risk to reward, managing a portfolio, using options even in there as well. Registering for a brokerage account, portfolio examples, Q&As, and some bonus and study guides and stuff like that. So overall, the course is 14 videos, and it's about 12 hours and a 300-page study guide. So check that out. All the prices are there as well. Okay, another question here that we have: can you make more videos about specific stocks like what you did with Uber? Yeah, I was looking into that. And just a quick question, I thought about either doing it in 2 videos, in 2 parts. And one part would be just the fundamental side, how the company is itself. And the second video would be more the technical and the chart evaluation. Or, of course, I could just mix them all together and bundle them. So let me know what you prefer, and that way I can make videos more specific in that way. So do we just focus a little more on the chart and make a separate video for the fundamental part on the company, the way it's functioning? And that's what I was just kind of waiting for comments on that video, just letting it kind of simmer. And as I get more feedback on that, you know, you guys just let me know. That's really what allows me to move forward, rather than, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down kind of thing. That's all great and handy for on YouTube, but ultimately good feedback is essential. And so just let me know things that, you know, do great, things not doing well, and then I can improve things in the future. All right, the new webinar, is it recorded? Can we go back to this later? Yeah, this is also recorded. It's going to be posted on YouTube. If you're talking about the class, then the class is recorded and it'll be posted on Rise to Learn probably by Tuesday, Wednesday, at least the first session. So we do post everything on there. It's just, you know, we're doing the first class, so we're figuring out the kinks as well. Have you tried M1 Finance? I've looked into it, but no, I kind of do my own thing. It's kind of like, hey, if you like your charting platform, if you like the way you're trading here, this and that, you just stick to it, right? I don't usually hop around and just experiment a whole ton anymore, just because, you know, with kids, my life, it's a little bit more, I guess, stable. And maybe later on, once the kids move out, then I'll start experimenting with other things, just because my time is limited and I would much rather give that time to you guys or doing a class. I'm also looking into doing some intensives, and by the word intensives, I'm talking about like, let's start at 8 or 9 in the morning and work till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're doing like a major 2-day event to really get a topic done. So these are some things I'm really looking into for some of the premium members or paid people that are paying, because then I can give one-on-one attention just like I can with these live sessions and so forth. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I think I'll wrap it up right now, and I hope you found this trade helpful as far as the Tesla review, and just look at the other trade when the video is made and you'll really get this trade breakdown. I'll probably start doing a few more of these periodically, but we'll be launching an option membership soon as well for these exact kind of things. And if you're interested in that, it's going to be on our members website at members.tradersfly.com. So that's going to be coming soon. We're just fixing up the last little bit of that website, and for that to go out, and then we'll be able to, you know, set up the membership and start doing the live classes for that as well. So the best thing to do is get on the newsletter list. If you're not on there already on the TRADERSFLY site, get notified. You know, you can scroll down. There's a few ways to get on the newsletter list. I think right there, there's a pop-up to sign up right there. Get on it, and then you'll get notified as we do more and more great things. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Truly appreciate your time. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week and weekend ahead, and I will see you next time. So take care and